Welcome to the DJNTV Chill Room Chat, your space to unwind and talk shop. This episode is sponsored by MadeByDJs.com, innovative tools designed specifically by DJs for DJs. DJEventPlanner.com, the industry standard for streamlining your business and booking faster. And DJRequests.com, the easiest way to manage your dance floor's vibe in real time. Support the show by using our Amazon affiliate link at DJNTV.com/Amazon. Now, let's get into the mix.
Welcome to the last Tuesday night music show of 2025. And we've got quite a crew here. And Eric, he's coming. He'll be back.
He's coming right now.
I didn't even notice he was gone when I pressed record.
Yeah. Thank the Lord he has pants on.
Yeah, really. Oh my God. You never know what that guy. Seniors, they do weird things. Hey, Eric, welcome to the broadcast. We're live. We're recording.
Hello. I'm sorry,
Hello.
guys. Yeah.
You know, I said something in the video kind of nonchalant the other day. I was talking about how a lot of times DJs will get requests for new music, but people won't really respond to it. Like they want to hear it, but they can't really jam to it. There was a DJ who made a comment in the help desk, I think, and he was talking about how, 2025 has been weird for him because he's always done really well with his cool hip hop trap sets, twerk sets, but this year people just aren't feeling it. And I was talking about how, yeah, I mean, you can do other things around that to I guess, supplement for new music. But one comment I made was that it's really odd when I go into the help desk, there's not a lot of likes on that video. There's not a lot of comments on that video because most people, most DJs want to talk about gear and software programs and Mac versus PC and Serato versus VDJ and Pioneer versus everyone else or Alpha Theta versus everyone else. But there's not a lot of talk about music. So with that in mind, I mean, this show should be a really good resource for anybody who wants to maybe learn something about music. Maybe we can spread some knowledge for you here on Tuesday nights. Anybody give me an amen on that one? Is that?
Amen.
Thank you. No, I mean, as far as the new music goes, my personal taste aside, Jay's personal taste aside, everyone's personal taste aside, doesn't matter if we're into it. It matters if our audience is into it. But if our audiences just aren't into the new stuff, even if they're asking for it, what's a good method that you guys use to compensate and play things for your audience? Does anybody have any knowledge they'd like to share on that? So you're playing for a younger crowd, but there's not a lot of music that they're really going to be dancing to, even if they request it. They're not really jamming to it. What do you do? Anybody have any ideas?
Yeah, I do. Okay, because I do play for a younger crowd.
You do it a lot. Yeah, you do a lot of college students and such.
Right. So my theory is with any new music that I get, I play it at the beginning of the night, early, and then I may try it again later if it's like new. So I mean that's me trying to break it. So
right.
Yeah, so I'll play it at the beginning of the night just to see if I see how it feels. Because, like we talked about the other day, some songs sound good in a car, some sound good on a big ass system.
Right.
Okay, so
right.
I would try it early in the night to see how it may not sound good on the big system. Because music nowadays is made for AirPods.
Right.
Made for AirPods.
Yes.
So it doesn't always translate to a big system. So I'll play a little bit, like I said, I'll play it early on, see how it sounds, and then I'm going to play it again a little bit later throughout the night. That's how I work with new music in there. Because people may feel it early, but the later crowd may not feel it. So.
Right. I mean, I think that a really important thing to keep in mind for anyone, not just DJs, but your average music listener or party goer, is that new isn't necessarily good and old isn't necessarily bad.
Right.
You got to just play good music no matter where you find it, whether it's new or old, as long as it's good. I think that's the kind of stuff to play.
It's all about feel good.
What types of things are you playing for your audience then? If you're playing the new early and maybe a little later on, what's going on in between that? What are you putting on?
Oh, then I'll still play like, either the older stuff, early 2000s, late
Yeah,
90s, all the feel good stuff,
seems to be the sweet spot.
Yeah, it is.
How about
So,
you, BK? You're out there playing for demanding audiences who like the new quite a bit. What do you do
Yeah.
for them?
Well, I first ask what they want, specific songs, because the newer stuff, like most of us, don't enjoy it. And I get all the new stuff, but to know what they want to really listen to, not
Right,
necessarily dance to. 'Cause
right. That's the thing. Yeah,
mhm.
you can bob your head to it, but are you going to dance to it?
getting them dancing is one thing, but for the last couple of nights that I played at the club that I'm playing New Year's Eve on, there wasn't many dancers. There was a decent crowd, but they were just standing around.
Milling around.
And we're a video club, and they're just standing there watching the video. That's
Right.
the one thing bad about it. They're drinking and watching the videos.
Well, at least they're engaged and they're there.
Yeah.
Drinking is the point at a club. So as long as they're engaged in something, be it conversation or watching a video, and they still are buying cocktails, you won.
I had somebody come up with it. They said, "Can you play some hip hop? Like, tell me what you want to hear." Like,
Yeah, be specific.
Right, that's a broad stroke. Just hip hop is very open ended. I can go 100 different directions here with that. It's
you're right, John.
Specificity. Is that there? That's it.
Well, I get it with everything. If people say play some Taylor Swift, like which one? Oh, anything. It's like, oh hell no.
Oh no.
What do you want?
You can't go there with
there's one you were after, and don't just leave it to me, because I'm gonna pick.
I'm just gonna play Shake It Off. So be specific.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with me for Bad Bunny. It's like, please be specific. I mean, I can guess, but I may guess wrong. Depending on what they really want. Because like you say, it's a broad brush, John, and it totally is.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes it's just you playing the stuff they're gonna vibe to. If you're early on at the gig and it's like a bar environment, people are creeping in. This table's finishing dinner, like you're not trying to blow them out of the water with like, let's dance. It's like, no, we're not quite there yet. You got to kind of right. you got to kind of work into it. So you're looking for more of a vibe, but when you have to hit the gas, you know what you're going to do. But that's like Damon says, early on in the night, you start testing out this new stuff. What does it sound like? How does it play? Right. Do you remember the first time you ever played Fastball, The Way?
Yeah,
the road that they're walking, it sounds like AM radio.
It's got a great drum beat to it. Yeah,
once it kicks in, but you got to wait through that 30-45 seconds, and then it's like, oh, here's the song. Here's where, but it's a storyteller song, so you can't cut off the intro because you need that part of the story to make it make sense.
Right,
beat drops. Same as like 1979 Smashing Pumpkins. It's like, why is this so lo-fi? And then oh wait a second, there it is. So you get to test some of those out and go, I see what they're doing there. They're going for a vibe, But just quick while I have it here, it's like I get asked for some stuff at places, like bars and things that I wouldn't necessarily play. I have them because I'm up with the newer music. Some song called "Undressed" by like Somber, I think the kid's name is.
Somber.
Wouldn't be a song I'd play. It wouldn't be something I'd go to because it's too new. But someone actually asked for it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna move that into a folder where I'm going to encounter it more often. I'm going to see it, and then I'll see if I can BPM it into something that makes sense. Like the Tate McRae and the Sabrina Carpenter stuff. You know which ones work, but some of them are more a vibe. They're not going to pack your dance floor, but they have kind of toe tapping, nodding, and you're like, okay. So if early on I have to be in that vein, we know enough of the stuff from back in the day that we played that had that vibe. It's like, well, what can we thread in that makes sense? That's going to complement this, or to give the room a taste of, wow, this is a 2025 song. He's playing something brand new. It's not, I'm stuck in the 80s or something. I'm playing Tapao or some one hit wonder that nobody knows about. But that's how you take the chances. And eventually, I used to like getting requests at those type places because it would make me look at songs I could have easily overlooked or waited to hear them on the radio. Because that's usually what my criteria is to get into my current playlist is it on the radio? Is it in repetition? How many stations are pushing it? And did I ever get asked for it? Then you kind of say, worth a look. You may not like them, but you got to gauge, what the crowd response is and see if people are actually digging these songs. Like that Sunroof tune, got my head out the sunroof. Like I just didn't even understand why that. It's like just kind of a bop.
Mhm.
I'm like, this is just a filler song. But now that makes sense to stick that in with like a Savage Garden or something that's just kind of that vibe. And you're like, okay, so it connects the dots better where you're not stuck in a time period and you're taking some chances and experimenting with new music.
I was reading a post today. It was in my news feed. Somebody said, "Is anyone even still playing Nicki Minaj songs?" And there were a lot of responses to that, but I know she's got a lot of new stuff, whatever. But in my world, the request I get is super bass.
Yeah,
all the
that's
time.
yeah.
Starships.
Well, I was getting there because
Okay.
it's one of those things where they ask for super bass, but they lose their minds to starships.
Mhm.
So you can either skip super bass and just play starships, or you do it back to back and one up the audience's request, which is something I love doing. Oh, you asked for this, but you know what? You're actually going to really like this. And it's one of those things that I was thinking about. I mean, we've talked about the communal experience with music or the monoculture that used to be a thing where everyone was listening to the same radio stations. They were all watching MTV. They're all kind of ingesting the same thing at the same time for media, for music, for TV, for movies. Now it's all everybody curates their own playlist on Spotify and it's to their personal taste and they do as well as they can, but it's not like they're being introduced too much. It's just kind of this narrow thing. And folks aren't used to going out and having this communal monoculture experience unless they're attending a live event. And that's what we do. So it's very important that we have these discussions because we're like the last frontier of monoculture where everyone's going to have to deal with the same song at the same time. And we've got to find the right tracks, whether they're old or they're new. We got to find the right tracks. And I know, Eric, you're itching to say something. You got something on your mind.
I'm not itching, but you guys are right though. It's like today's music, really, you've got to pick and choose what you're gonna throw out there, you know? And like just recently, I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Leslie Rose released a song called First Original Thought.
We were
Now
talking about that
this,
last night. Yeah.
yeah, and to me, this is like the first dance song that I've heard in a while for this past 2 years. I mean, it had a good feel to it. And somebody else brought up Taylor Swift. Well, you know what? The fate of what is it?
Ophelia.
Showgirl.
Ophelia. Yeah, and
I
she has
feel you.
another one. Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, but
Wow. Come on over
she
now.
has another one. She has another one called Opalite off
Yeah.
this new album,
Yep.
which I think is really good. And it's getting a lot of airplay around here. I don't
Yeah.
know about where you guys are at, you know. I mean, good for you. Olivia Rodrigo was good, you know, for newer stuff, you know,
Yeah.
for dance music.
Yeah. You got to find the
But
gems.
yeah, and you will. I'm still that guy that'll go back to Little John, Get Low, you
Right.
know, and you know,
Right.
I mean, you've got those, yeah, Usher, and you know, I'm still using all those. Why? Because they work,
I think we
you
all
know.
are. I mean,
Yeah,
would it be fair to say that everybody in this room is still doing that?
of course, I
Yeah.
would think yes, but
Yeah.
yeah,
We're all doing that because that's what people really like. Somebody
yeah.
made a comment in one of the posts in regards to this topic where they were saying, when I'm DJing, a lot of the music I play is stuff that my audience was hearing when they were in diapers and they love it. Like
You know why? Because it never died, man. It would, you know,
it's like
it,
evergreen stuff.
yeah, it still works, you know. Jump around, House of Pain,
Oh,
that'll never fail you, right? I
no,
mean,
it's never
right.
going anywhere.
Yeah,
It's never going anywhere. It's kind of
it's
like
not.
Suavemente. We're just stuck with it.
Yeah, and I love Suavemente,
Oh yeah,
but yeah, I mean,
play it. They like it.
again, it don't matter who's in front of you, you play that, they're going to dance, you know? And
I just think it's really important that us as DJs understand how this really works, and we don't let our audiences try to program us. Yeah, listen to your audience, play the requests when you can, but remember, you're the professional,
right.
and what they're not doing that you're doing is you're playing for a group of people, not just one person with their personal listening device. I'm looking like Jay there staring at his email screen.
Well,
I mean, I play the music everybody hates, so that's my
I know you do. That's why you work all the time.
exactly. I'm gonna say you're gonna take this and like it.
That's right.
For an entire group of strangers, like the bar element where not everybody knows one another, you basically got a Crayola crayon box with 64 different colors, and you have to find something that connects everybody together somehow. There's a blanket that works for everybody, or at least they'll tolerate and not turn around and leave on.
Yeah.
So it's finding the common ground, I think.
Well, here's the thing. I saw a DJ post this. This was actually Jeff posted this on a video. He said, give everybody their 15 minutes. So you give this group whatever, their reggaeton for 15 minutes. You give this group some hip hop for 15 minutes, and this, so on and so on. And he said, that's the formula that works.
He's right.
You keep your dance floor rotating that way, and
I go shorter than that, but yeah, I mean, exactly.
I mean, this just sums it up. I mean,
right? Yeah, in just as a concept, I mean, I'll try to do 3-song sets and get out and go to another genre, so I can do something for somebody else. But yeah, that's been something that I've been real hypersensitive to, this century, especially this century. Because
I do it a little different. I like you guys are doing like 3-song sets or 15 minutes, like Damon said. I will give everybody one. And yeah, it's a big mess on the dance floor, but there's always somebody going to be out there. I mean, look, we all look at things differently. We all like program how and rather than do 4 in a row, that the others are going to be like, nah, I'm not into this. I'd rather give you one. I'll throw you a bone. I'm going to throw that one a bone. And again, we're all different on how we do things.
No, I do that too. I don't know if you, those of you who are doing weddings, I got this. I mean, I've always done it, but I never articulated it quite like this. Mike Sanchez, of all people, he turned me onto this concept of family hour. And family hour is basically your client who wants an evening of sexy red, and you say, okay, fine, I can do that for you, but let me do family hour first. I'm like, well, what's that? This is where I play a variety of songs that your grandma's going to like, your little cousin's going to like, your mom and dad are going to like, and you might like for an hour.
I love that
variety. Yeah. And then after family hour, we can have that evening of Cardi B and Sexy Red that you're asking for. Okay, fine. Yeah, do that. What I've found most of the time when I hit that 59-minute mark of family hour, the client comes up to me and says, keep this vibe going. This is awesome.
Go back to it. Right.
Or stay with it.
This vibe.
Yeah.
Well, that's usually the part of that is like the tell if you're going to do the 3-song set. If people that are dancing, when you get ready to change it to something different, they're like asking you another song that would go with it. You're like, because you score those groups. There's a reggaeton group, there's the freestyle group, there's the 80s pop new wave group, but you score them. Like this one's got the energy. After the 3rd song, someone came up and asked me for a 4th. I know I can circle back around to this and I'm going to get all of them back again. And maybe I'll go a little longer with their set next time instead of 1 or 2 songs. And there's nothing wrong, Eric, like you said, with just throwing darts just to see where they land. I mean, initially, that's how you would.
That's family hour.
What people would be interested in. You find what the sweet spots are. You just throw this blast of 10 darts, and you see which ones get the energy, and you're like, let's work these 3 points and see where we go from there. At least you got to play, because you don't know these people.
During family hour, I'm doing CNC Music Factory, Gonna Make You Sweat, into Thank God I'm a Country Boy, into Otis King I Shout. Yes. I mean, I'm doing that for family hour. Mm-hmm. I don't do it later in the night. That's when I do my 3-song thing and out, where I'm going, EDM, rock, pop, girl group, boy band.
Yes.
Rinse and repeat, kind of thing later on in the night.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I like about what, and I've never heard it called this way, Brian. I love that.
I hadn't
family
either.
hour.
I thought it was really good.
I love that whole idea. And that's how I run every gig I do. I do family hour for 4 hours.
It's
Why? Because I'm
right, and you end up doing it
pleasing
like that sometimes.
everybody. Right. Yeah. Because I'm pleasing everyone in that room.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to do 3 sexy reds. And meanwhile, the other people are like, what is this?
Well, okay, so if
You know?
if as an artist you want to beat mix your night, this is not going to work for you. But
Absolutely not.
if
No.
you're willing to bounce around a little bit and beat mix here and not there and change it up, then this could work for you. But everybody's got their own way of doing things. And tonight, like many of the nights in here, this is just about, throwing some ideas out there. Anybody watching can take them or leave them at their discretion, of course. And with that, we have been able to speak for 20 minutes without one word from Jay.
Pastor Jay.
Plug his mic back in.
So I'm thinking after we unleash this dragon, we may not be able to speak for another 20 minutes. So I hope you redeemed yourselves and you got out whatever you wanted to get out, because I'm going to let Jay take the floor for a minute.
I believe Jay is going to agree with a lot of what's been said, but go for it, Jay.
You know what? I'm going to say what I've said for 20, probably 20 years now. 22
You're only
years.
good as your last gig?
Nope.
I
Bottom
knew
off.
that was coming. I
do say that because it is true.
Had to get that.
No, I have always, when people ask me, what is your mixing style like? And I've probably got 50 wedding videos on YouTube that show actual mixing for actual weddings. But I've always said my goal is to always play old, new, new, old. So if I play Staying Alive, I'm going to follow it with something newer. If I play, something from 2000, it's going to be followed with something from 2015 or whatever. But I consciously program old, new because I learned a long, long time ago, grandma will come out to Staying Alive.
Yes.
But if you can get Usher, or, Carnival of Life or something, and beat match it well enough, then grandma will stay and young people will come out and go, oh, check it out. Grandma's dancing to Usher. And you suddenly see the dynamic change.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I mean, we're all going to have an opinion on this, but I'm really curious as to what your take is. Now, there is a such thing as the new. I mean, Damon knows what I'm talking about. A lot of you know what I'm talking about. It's the brand new thing that just came out that some audiences have to hear. They got to get the new. But then there's this general concept of new music. I personally feel like the concept of what qualifies as new is different than it used to be as far as how far back you can go with new. What would be your opinion? What would you consider new? How far back would you go and still say this is new?
It's certainly changed over time because I would look, if I play something from the 70s and I follow it with something from 2004, that's new. It's not new by today's standard.
Relative. Yeah.
But it's relative to what I say when I explain. If I play a disco 70s song, I'm playing a 2000 song. If I play an 80s song, I might try to play a 90s song, or I might try to play a 2010 song.
Okay.
There's so little new calendar-wise music that's any good. I mean, I can count on one hand new music in 2025 that I've played out.
I think
we can all agree to that.
I want to stress that this is not personal taste. This is
this is what's actually being, and I don't dictate the dance floor. The dance floor dictates itself.
Right.
If the dance floor doesn't want, APT, if it doesn't want, Sabrina Carpenter or Chaperone, that's 4 songs of the 5 that I might play that are considered new. Right. But I did an event last week and was given 0 direction, got there, and for the hour and a half dancing I had, Usher, cleared the dance floor.
Wow.
Why?
I remember
this one.
I remember why.
Yeah. The only reason that I even played Cupid Shuffle and Cha Cha was because I had to play both versions of the Spanish Achy Breaky Heart.
No Rapas Mas and Pails of the Oreo.
Yeah, I had to play both of those.
Yeah.
And I played nothing but Spanish. I played all Latin. Played a couple Bad Bunnies, played some Elvis Crespo, played Danza Kuduro, played Pepes.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No. But that was that night. Yeah. So anyone at that party was like, wow, this was great. We had an awesome time. This is what he played.
Yeah.
I have a wedding coming up where the groom attended a wedding I did last April. That couple loved reggae, an immense amount of reggae. When it came to dancing, they were doing what I would describe as more old school. It was more of the, and by old school, 80s, 90s. It was the hip hop, cool, dancey, it takes two type of hip hop. So,
which
again,
is hip hop, kids. It is actually hip hop.
I stick with, if something is from the 70s and then something is from the 90s, technically that's the new track of the two.
Right.
So
that makes total sense.
Yeah, that's what I've always sold people on, because again, I've never been, and I've heard this from a lot of wedding DJs, especially, 10 o'clock to 11 or 10 to 12 or 11 to 12. That's when I drop all the cool songs and I play all the swears. I tell couples in the meeting or on the phone, if you don't want your grandmother and parents to dance and have fun, don't invite them. Well, no, we want everyone to have a good time. Great. Then I want to see grandma dancing to the exact same music that you're dancing to.
Yeah, and when usually like grandma
this isn't a nightclub.
Gone.
But that's the whole thing. I'm not trying to chase anyone out.
Right. You should start stroking your beard when you say these things.
Oh.
I mean, I'm just saying.
The element of wise. You got to pat the dog.
Yeah, you just look wise.
I mean,
I like it.
It literally to me just comes down to I'm a firm believer that everyone in attendance deserves the same amount of fun. I don't.
I agree with you.
I don't like. Oh, don't worry. I'll take care of you guys later. To me, there's no later. It's only now. There isn't. If you want to listen to just swearing hip hop, there's 8,000 DJs out there right now with a hoodie on their phone that will play nothing but at every bar and club within 100 miles of where you are. This is your wedding. I want your grandmother to remember it as a great time and recommend me to friends at the nursing home. And I want I think I told you guys, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago, I did a wedding and the bride was a bridesmaid. At a wedding I had 2 weddings over a span of 4 years. They were sisters. And the second wedding, one of the bridesmaids, and they showed me a photo. One of the bridesmaids hired me to do her wedding 2 or 3 years ago. She's 22. I did her aunt's wedding in like 2012.
Yeah.
She was 9. And she remembered having I was so touched. She's like, yeah, once we got engaged, I just remember both my aunt's weddings were like the most fun I've ever had. And you DJ'd both. So that's why we wanted to call you. I mean, come on. Like, I think we undersell the effect we have. And that's why I'm still, as much as it's changed, I'm still not in the school of, it's okay now, I'll play swears. I still think I represent myself.
No, you made
and I represent, what's going on. So I'm not for 26 going to play swears. It certainly came up more in 25 than ever before. It's cool. Don't worry about it. You know what? Hire somebody else if you want swears. Hire somebody else if you only want to hear the newest underground hip hop, because that's just not who I am.
Well,
but I'm not to have everyone from 8 to 80 feel like they had a great time and they were included. That's kind of the road I want to take.
No, and I mean, I certainly avoid it when I can as well. I mean, of course, but
it's a bigger thing this year. I don't know if you've noticed it at your events.
Of course, and it's
a much bigger. Everyone's down with the swears.
Well, like, because that's what they hear on their earbuds, because they're listening to it on Spotify and it's not edited.
Well, and that's where we need to educate them that they're not on their earbuds.
Right. Think about who's in attendance and what message we're really trying to say about your special day if we allow this or permit this. And that's the way I'd word it. I'm not saying your versions of the sweary songs are bad. I'm just think about who's going to be there. And And
let's think about this logically.
The bond of everybody that you're trying to hold together, and you're gonna repel some people immediately by your choice of musical content. And I don't want to see that happen to you. That's not my choice. That's what they want. That's what they want. You say, maybe I'm not a good fit, but I don't want to see you self-destruct your day because of the music being more important than the memory. That the people are all gathered together. It's like, we at least have to just be above board on some things for the first couple hours, like family hour, like you were talking
I
about.
booked one yesterday where I was talking to the client about music, and I said, hey, the good news is all my stuff is FCC approved for broadcast. And it's, I know there's going to be a big family wedding. He said, well, we don't mind if you're playing the new music if there's some language or, questionable content in it. I said, I understand that. I said, but just know that I'm not the moral cop, but I won't be playing WAP while grandma's on the floor. And she started laughing. And she said, good. So you just got to use your common sense about this stuff,
Yeah.
And
I think that's where it comes down. I think you have to stop and realize, hey, you know what? There's two ways to go here. And I understand, and this might fly in the face of reality, but I understand that we get paid to entertain a crowd under the conditions and wants of the client. But as I have aged in my career, I have come to realize that the day I say I'm just going to show up and take requests is the day I'm not going to do this anymore. No, that's not the case. You're hiring me for my expertise, my ability to read a room, and my ability to switch on a dime with whatever's going on and give a great, feeling on a dance floor as well as earlier. I stress about my background during cocktail and dinner because I'm like, damn, I don't want to just phone it in. I want to play something that somebody's going to actually enjoy.
Yeah.
This and that. But I tell people, like, you know what, if you just want a jukebox, if you just want your Spotify list played, save your money. Hire some cheap guy that may or may not show up, might be drunk,
I believe this kind of goes back to what I had said earlier, where I was saying, we should listen to our audiences. We should absolutely take the requests. We should play what they would like. But let's not forget that if we're playing for a younger audience, when I say younger audience, I'm talking about under 30.
Right.
They don't understand monoculture. They don't understand the communal experience with music. We do. And now we understand it. Not only have we experienced it, but it's what we do for a living. So I think we need to be real careful about letting our audiences or even our clients completely program us. We have to save them from themselves. You don't want to tell them they're wrong or they're bad or anything else. You just be tactful about it. Help them.
But I think you need to let them know up front. I think you need to let them know up front that the reason they're talking to you or the reason they're going to hire you is because of what you bring to the day. It's not about what I want to hear. It's about, I've done this a couple thousand times.
Sure.
And I promise you, and I saw the Jeff thing where he's like, it made such a difference when I started doing 15 minutes of house, 15 minutes of hip hop, 15 minutes. And in a club environment, in a corporate environment, in a they're not dancing environment, 100%. But in a wedding environment, I think it's important to find out who the bride and groom are musically. Like if they're huge country, sorry, boys and girls, you're leaning into country because they're not dancing to the other stuff. And you want them having fun, but you want everyone around them to view this as a good time. The truth, I say this to every couple. I promise you one thing. If you guys leave the dance floor and you go outside and you drink shots and you smoke cigars and you hang out of the view of the wedding, this will be viewed by most people as a fail. What do you mean? They are there to share with you. If you are not in the room with them, you probably don't need me to be there because they're not going to dance without
100%. Yeah.
And once they kind of understand they're hosting a party, that's for them. But once it comes to dancing, it's for everyone, and they're taking their lead from them.
Mm-hmm.
They get a better sense of, oh, I get it. I'm like cocktail, dinner, speeches, dances. We're looking at an hour and 45 to 2.5 hours of dancing. It's not that long. And I might even steal from an Instagram post about next year saying to people before dancing, if the bride and groom are okay with it, hey, folks, bride and groom are here to party and have a great time. we're going to practice the Irish goodbye. Please don't come out on the dance floor in the middle of them having a blast and grab them to tell them you had a great time and you'll see them later. Just leave. Just slip out the door. It's all good. They're not going to be offended. They're not going to be upset. But let them just party their brains out on the dance floor, because I lose more couples to, oh, we're going to get going. Can you come over by the door and take a photo with us? And then I look in the corner and there's the bride and groom 20 minutes
It's
later,
the
still
hosting
hugging.
duties, and it's
Mhm.
I know,
Yeah.
but I saw a DJ do this at a wedding and I really liked it. He's like, we're going to practice the Irish goodbye. Or no, it was a photographer. He goes, we're going to practice the Irish goodbye tonight. When you're ready to leave, just leave. Don't come out and get the bride and groom. They're in their own world at this point. Like, you said hi to them during dinner, during cocktail. They walked around, they took a photo with each table. Like, you've interacted with them enough. If you're going to bounce, let them stay on the floor dancing, because it really does kill the ebb and flow.
I think it's really important to understand, if you're watching this broadcast, I think it's, what are they talking about? Look, this is about trust. And, however you happen to handle the evening or help facilitate the event with the music or any instruction you give or anything like that, I think it's so important that the client trusts you. Like,
Yeah.
look, we're going to do this. We want to do this and this and this, but if we have to do this other thing, we can do it. If they trust you, they're going to let you do it. So what's key is, however you have to do it, get that client to trust you so you can do what you have to do to deliver this monoculture experience that many in attendance have never been a part of, or haven't been a part of since their school dance. And that was a train wreck. So this is going to be better at the wedding. It's going to be more fun. But I don't know.
But much like Jay said, though, if you're doing a wedding, right, and the bride and groom disappear, they're out on the deck doing their thing. Meanwhile, they've got 80 to 150 guests in this room, wondering, like, where the hell are they? I mean, really, I think it's kind of rude that they would do this.
Every event's different. I'm
Yeah.
thinking
I don't think they
myself,
understand.
They don't.
Well, they don't look at it that way. They don't perceive it that their absence is noticed as greatly, where it's like, oh, where'd they go? They got to be here somewhere. It's
and I guess that's why I've always kind of been had the philosophy of, I want the focus to be on the client or the guests of honor,
Right,
they're busy. Unless they're busy. And if they are, I'll take care of the audience. Don't worry about that. I'll play to them. I'll engage with them because I'm facilitating an event. If the guests of honor is there and they're the center of attention, let that happen too. But it's about being flexible and helping facilitate this thing, this unique thing. And it's so unique, and I can't express that enough, especially in today's culture, for people to just all 200 or 150 or 175 of them, whatever, everyone listens to the same song at the same time and deals with it. And they can't press skip. That's a huge thing today. It's unheard of. We do that, and we expect them to do that. In Jay's case, an hour and 45 minutes, and everyone else's case, 3-4 hours. And that's a real special, unique thing that we provide. And don't discredit yourself for this. If you've been doing this for a while and you kind of understand music and people and the psychology of it, that's a very unusual skill to possess today.
Right.
And I don't even think it's the time. I mean, I will die on this hill. I'd rather have a packed dance floor after 2 hours and have them screaming for more and kill a wedding than have a 4-hour dance floor and have 10 people left.
Yeah, there's a time when it's over and you have to kind of
and I undersell every event, and I book more events based on, he actually told us not to book him for the extra 2 hours. We didn't, and the wedding was a perfect ending in 5 hours instead of 7. And it's like, I'll make more money. I could gladly talk my couples into picking up an hour or two at every event and be pocketing the coin, and it would be a crappy memory. I've had those weddings in the past where they went the 4 to midnight weddings, the 4 to 11s, and all of a sudden it's like 9:30 and everyone is bounced. They've been there 5.5 hours. They got there an hour and a half early. who
We
wants
were
to
talking
be there
about
for
this the
6
other
or
night.
7 hours? Yeah.
This came
Once
up
they
the other
have
night,
that cake, they're gone.
and
Right? Yeah.
I think that what matters is the structure of the event. And when it comes to the longer events, I can tell you what my experience has been. And I don't know if John or Eric or Damon or Brian can relate to this too, but typically what happens is I have groups of people that are kind of engaged in something, be it conversation or drinking at the bar or something for the first part of the evening. And it's usually the younger group. They're hanging while mom and dad or, the little cousin or, maybe some bridesmaids are dancing. These folks aren't. So they usually end up liquored up and ready to go in the second half of the evening. So I'm not taking the whole group and killing them for 5 hours. The group is broken up into sections and people take shifts, and it just seems to work that way. I don't think that I've ever done a wedding where I got everybody engaged for the whole thing. There's been times
I think it's
that's hard.
impossible.
Yeah, that's
today.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
but I
there's so
think
many variants of music, and
all you have to do is look at the videos. Nobody is putting up a video, and I've put a few up on YouTube, and I did them with the understanding that I wanted to be transparent, where I've had a crappy dance floor. There's like 5 people dancing.
Yeah.
And I figured, you know what, if I don't show the downside, they stop believing the up. Like nobody's ever done a sizzle reel on YouTube. I saw a company for somebody in this room, and the sizzle reel, you would think, if there was 200 people in that room, they must have danced all night long. Now, I know the reality of what was filmed, that 8 seconds, and what really happened. And I've even had weddings of mine where somebody filmed it, and I'm like, wow, that was my wedding? Really? They caught the perfect moment, the perfect time.
Absolutely.
You're not going to have packed floors all night.
No.
But when I talk to a couple, and maybe, I know there's a lot of stuff going on in your market, that's different than my market.
Yeah.
But when I talk to my couples and I say, you guys like to dance? We love to dance. Where do you go to dance? What do you mean? Do you go to bars? Do you go to clubs? Oh, we'll go to clubs sometimes. Okay. What time do you go to the club? Like 11:30. I'm like, okay. Like every club in this state closes at 1:30.
Okay.
So that's 2 hours.
Yeah.
Do you think you dance the whole time, or do you get there, have a drink, scope it out, check it out, look at her dress? That guy's tall. We love this song. Let's dance. They're like, yeah, like that. Dance for a few songs, then go drink. Dance for a few songs, go drink. Okay. Because it sounded earlier in the meeting like you guys are such fanatical dancers that this is going to be like a 7-hour dance-a-thon. And they kind of look at you like, yeah, no, I guess it's not going to do that. I said, so the time you do have, we really need to capitalize on. We need to make sure that this is like we finish everything before that dancing, because I don't want you to have to stop.
Yeah.
So again, it's controlling the narrative, but the narrative is that's in my world. Like I said, I tell people all the time, yeah, we have the venue till 1. Great. What time is the cocktail hour? 4. Great. Let's look at ending around 9 or 9:30. What? 4 to 5 cocktail. You got 180 people for a buffet. Come in 5:15 to 6:40. Toast. 7 o'clock, we hit the dance floor. You're going to dance for 5 straight hours? No, you're not. You're not. You might go 2.5. I go, if you finish at 9:30, you know what you can do now? You can go downstairs or to your hotel or to a casino or to the beach or wherever the F you want with your family and friends and continue the party there. Oh, that actually sounds awesome. Yeah. Just because you have it doesn't mean you need to use it. You have a case of beer. You are not drinking it in one night. You have a room till 2 a.m. It just means you have it.
You need to come and do Wisconsin wedding with me sometime.
Hey, I don't. I've had to hear this for 20 years from up north, and then one day the code got cracked, and somebody finally copped to, around 10:30 when the sun goes down. Excuse me? Yeah, no. In we're so far north that in the summer, when the wedding season is, the sun is setting around 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So when are they dancing? Usually after that. Okay, so they're dancing for like 2 hours. You might be going 3 to midnight, but they're not dancing like, most people look at an event and go, cocktail, dinner, that's the 2 hours, 6-hour event. We get 4 hours dancing. No, you don't.
Never.
You don't. I think if you want to give up the control, the advice, the direction as a DJ, do yourself a favor. Charge $1,000. You'll book 3 or 4 weddings a week. Show up with about 2,000 songs. Get their first dance, practice the name, and just make your money. Just stand there, hit play, get a gig bar, put it on sound. Next wedding.
I'm going out on a limb here. You got
Next
something in
wedding.
mind tonight, Jay?
Next wedding.
He's going way
Next
out
wedding.
now.
We're talking about music,
No, I'm
and now
right.
we're talking about.
I'm talking about how the music affects the night. If you give up all of the music, if you give up how
Wait for you to
you
bring it back around.
bring it in,
I can bring it back around.
then why bother doing it?
John, take it. What do we
I
got?
gotta bring us back around.
John, what do we got? Go.
2025 music is another ingredient that's necessary for us to complete the picture of the night because it exists. We don't have to like it all, but you have to be aware of it. And if someone likes a particular song that isn't great, you try to sneak it in and get it done.
Yeah.
We've been DJs a long time, most of us in this room, all of us in this room. You know what I wasn't playing when I was DJing in the 80s? 90s music. You know why? Because there wasn't any 90s music yet.
Right.
So we've got decade 80s, decade 90s, decade 2000s, teens, into the 20s. We've got 50 years. Our ingredient palette has gotten so large with what we can include on one of these events. You have to include a little bit of everything. Well, it was easy when all there was, it was 50s, 45s, and then the 60s got weird, and then 70s was on the radio. And remember just DJing in the 80s? It's like, that's all you had. It was simpler. It was easy. It was 4 decades of music. Now, for some of us that are lifers in this business, as I call us, you have to be able to incorporate everything and at least recognize that the song of this year that we don't think is so great, that might be the one that sticks around that 5 years from now becomes the next Usher's. Yeah, it might become the next Black Eyed Peas.
Well, not only that, but we were talking the other night, Damon and I were having this conversation. I don't remember if it was being broadcast or not, but we were talking about how you might go through your library and say, you know what, I've never played this song. I don't plan on playing it. I'm going to delete it because it's been sitting here for 10 years. It needs to go. And then what happens 2 weeks later? It becomes viral on
You
TikTok.
get a request.
Nowhere.
It shows up on a Netflix special. I'm like, God damn it.
Right. Yeah. It's like nobody ever heard it before. And there it is. And it's like, well, yeah, I had it, but now I.
Yeah, we were just talking about Kate
How
Bush.
many-
Yeah, it sucked the first time. It sucked even more the second.
Right. Yeah. We didn't like that song the first time around. I'm glad that you're enjoying it the second time around. Better as a lesson.
How many times have we been driving home from a gig, right? That we just did and said, damn, I should have played it. Automatically hits you on the ride home.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I remember a
should
song
have
I didn't play.
played that,
I'll remember
right?
a song. You're like,
I do it with
Oh.
music. I do it with my rhetoric on the microphone.
Yep.
Oh, I should have said it like this.
or a missed
Oh,
request.
I should
Yeah.
have said it like that.
Like,
Yeah.
Jesus, he asked me for the Jamie Foxx too. Damn it, I didn't play that. That's gonna haunt me
Yeah.
for like a day or two, then I'll get over it.
I didn't
Right.
play stupid Fat Lip by Sum 41 at Halloween. Literally on the plane. I got on the plane, went to go to sleep, and the voice in my head goes, you should have played Sum 41, Fat Lip.
Like, oh
Damn
no.
it.
How did I not
Yeah,
play
but
that
it
one? I did that with
like, that
Stacy's
would've
mom
been
the year before. I'm like,
perfect.
how did I miss Stacy's mom? On this
I got
whole-
Stacey's
have-
mom.
About
Right.
once every 2 months, I'm like chilling out and I'm rewriting my father of the bride speech that I gave at my daughter's wedding almost 7 years ago. I'm never going to give it again, but I'm fine
Yeah.
doing it because that's what I do. Yeah, you come home from a gig, oh, I should have played this. I should have said that.
What it could have,
I
should have.
handled this
Right.
a little different.
Yeah.
But you bank all that and you can use it later, unlike the father.
Now, I'm going to go back to something Jay said, because he said he'll play, I forget the song he said at first, and then Staying Alive, right?
Yeah.
Grandma's on the floor. And then he plays something else and Grandma is still on the floor. Jay, I challenge you right now to do Staying Alive with Grandma on the floor. I want video of this. And then play Miss New Booty. and make sure grandma is still on that floor.
I've
Like a
done
circle
that.
around grandma. Yeah.
No, I've
You've
done that
Who's
mix.
done
I've
that?
done.
You
I'm not
have?
saying grandma was there, but I know I've done it
Okay.
with Miss New Booty because that was a
Yeah,
request
yeah.
like a year ago, and I'm just like, what am I gonna? Oh, it's like 105 BPM or something. I'm like, oh, I'm paying a lot.
Right.
This makes no
Yeah,
sense, but it's
right.
going to work.
No,
Watch, just watch.
it'll just.
Yep.
But again, sometimes you have to forge your own path. You have to create
Right.
the old new.
Right.
So you have to do it in a way that, I mean, if nobody's doing this, it works great for me. I use the
It
full.
would impress me if you can get grandma to stay on the floor for that.
I'll try.
Well, Eric, you have to look at it nowadays. It wouldn't actually
Yeah.
be that hard. Because if you look
Oh,
at
you know what? Because grandmas today are much younger. I get it.
exactly,
Grandma's
that's what I'm
50.
saying. That's where I was going with that.
Grandma's
Right.
not 80 anymore.
Right.
I try to get stuff to transition. Whenever I do Cupid Shuffle, I do the funky mix version,
I love that version.
and
by
it's
the way.
70 beats per minute. Well, it's
Yeah.
technically 140.
140. Yep.
So I take the beginning of Full Tilt Remix of Soulja Boy, Crank That, and I loop it. So you get that and I literally put the loop into the other track. So the whole time they're listening to two tracks,
Becomes
but
my
they don't
humps.
get it. So when I get to
They
the
don't know
end,
it. Right.
Yeah.
I just cut out of the other one. Well, I did that with APT recently because I think that's 70 as well. So, you try to have fun with it. I did that mix years ago with Happy by Pharrell, Shake It Off by Taylor Swift, Usher, Hey Ya, Outkast, just to get that. Wow, in like 8 minutes, I've played 3 different generational tracks,
Yeah.
even though they're more or less newish. But it's like the Pharrell fan, and it was when it was a banger, like you could play that and everyone danced. Then Taylor Swift for the girls and Taylor Swift fans, but it's the same beat, and
That
it's
barrel
samples
still works.
from Outkast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It does.
So that stuff can be fun. DJs used to talk about, instead of playing one Pitbull when he was like at his peak, they would literally play like 5 Pitbull tracks, but they would do a minute and a half of each track.
Right. A medley.
Little mega
Yeah.
mix.
Right.
Full medley.
And he actually has a medley out there, which works great.
Yeah.
But
So
they're yeah.
I mean, you guys have got to be seeing the same thing I am. Young brides and grooms, and I'm talking. My last wedding, the bride was 21 and the groom was 20. The wedding before, the groom was 20, the bride was 19. I've had 2 big Christian weddings that were very, very young. They were requesting old music, and by old music, I mean the stuff from the early 2000s when they really weren't even alive.
Yeah.
Usher was a request from them. Some 90s stuff, some Justin Timberlake. So it was obvious to me they were talking with moms, dads, cousins, brothers and sisters, or someone, and getting this because it was just way too diverse.
Well, I don't know.
Just
in
be
Latin
coming out
culture-
of young kids.
in Latin culture, the kids grew up around this stuff because Latinos have.
These
a lot
were
of
all
family
English.
parties.
Yeah,
Well, it
these were
doesn't
all
matter.
English.
I mean, there are some families that grow up around more of. I mean, especially big families, they're getting together for things and they have parties. If it's, I mean, Jay, you're a lot like me in the regard that you don't live where you're from, so you don't
Right.
have all these cousins and all this. But I know
No.
a lot of people who do, and they party a lot. Now, it could be a formal party, like a wedding or a birthday party, where they bring a DJ in or something, or it could be just the family or the member of the family who has that piece of land kind of out in the country where they can have that barbecue and crank up tunes and have fun. And they grew up around this stuff. Talking about No Rampas Mas earlier and Paosa del Rodeo for the Latin crowd you played for.
Yeah, they freak on that.
They've been hearing those songs since before they could walk. And they've been watching these dances. And that's why they're dancing to these 25-year-old line dances still, because they grew up around it.
I wanted to shoot a video so badly, but I knew it would offend too many people. But I wanted to shoot a video during Rompas Mas or whatever, and
No
just say,
Rampas Mas.
wow, can you believe that this artist is so great? He was able to ruin a song in 2 different languages.
Yeah, right.
Because it's Achy Breaky Heart.
It is totally Achy Breaky Heart. It translates to something different, but it's Achy.
Well, the faster one, I finally learned, is like the clown of the rodeo.
No. Yeah, Paosa del Rodeo.
Yeah. It's like it's about a clown at a rodeo, and that's why it's faster. And they had to give me this big extra because they kept saying they want the faster one, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. I only have this. And then they, because they're like, it sounds the same. And then I went through tracks, and the guy goes, that one. I go, and I put it on. I'm like,
the one I've told you about for
dude,
years now, and you
right,
just
but no
ignored me. Yeah, that
disrespect
one.
to the Latin community. There's no way these tracks sound the same. They're not the
They
same.
don't
song.
even kind of sound the same.
No, that's my point. Everyone kept saying, it's the same song faster. So I kept waiting to hear like,
It is not.
dun, 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 dun. And I'm
You're
like,
not gonna hear
guys,
it.
this
Yeah.
isn't even close. This is like Staying Alive versus Metallica Black. Like we're not the same track.
Yeah,
These things are not the same. Yes.
So, okay, we have just a few minutes left. We can wrap the hour up. We can wrap the hour with stick a fork in it. I think we did a good show tonight. What I was thinking about was our friend Jim, who pops in once in a while. I think he gave us the challenge this year of trying to somehow work Robin S. Show Me Love into like every event that you do. Is that pretty much?
Yeah. I always send him a clip when I'm sneaking that in somewhere. Yeah.
You know what? I do believe you could make that work every show. Actually, I do.
Are we
You
picking a
probably
new song?
could.
Are we picking a new song for
Well,
26?
I thought maybe just for fun to wrap the show, we could challenge each other with some songs to try to work into every event that you possibly can. And if just for fun, you could just shoot a short video clip to prove that you did it. That might be kind of fun.
Well,
nothing official,
I'm unprepared
just some
to show a
challenges,
video.
some stuff to keep in mind. Does anybody have anything that
I thought the Robin S was the year prior. I think this year you challenged us to get Laura Branigan's Gloria in everywhere, right? Wasn't that the one that we were working this year?
I had mentioned it, but
Laura
people were
Branigan?
doing that anyway.
Yeah, we were outside playing a festival in Cambridge and like Gloria,
like anything Kenny Loggins or whatever.
Yeah.
But do you have something that you think would be fun for everybody to try to work into a set? Or work into an evening somewhere? Whether it be cocktail, sound check, whatever it is.
Spiral Staircase.
Spiral Staircase.
Worked.
I love you more today than yesterday.
It worked at a wedding.
Eric's challenge.
No, really, I'm serious. It worked, and
What's your challenge this year, John? For any of us?
Oh, to sneak in a song that doesn't belong.
Yeah.
Something that's just really going to be off the wall, but everyone will get down to it. I want
It'd just
Mick
be
Jagger,
funny if I can pull off playing it.
Mick Jagger, Michael Jackson, State of Shock. You got to you got to work that in somewhere during the course of the year and send a video.
Did it work though when you did it?
Well, no, that's not the point. The point is
right. It's like so 80s and so campy, but it's just you got to try to sneak in State of Shock.
Song.
Mick Jagger, Michael Jackson.
I'm going to use my ESP abilities here with Brian K. And it's from one of three artists.
Tiffany.
and what's the song that you're going to challenge us to try to work into our sets?
Yeah, I don't think this is going to shock anybody.
It's going to be Taylor.
I think we're alone now.
Okay, surprise us.
I don't know if you play it. I played it a couple weeks ago and it worked really good. It was Rock City, actually.
Oh, that'd be a fun one.
No, I
you know
play
it's
that.
surprise
That one,
Brian.
I played that one a couple weeks ago and it's like, wow.
I like that.
Erotic City?
That is great.
Yes.
That
You know what's
is
interesting is the Biker Shuffle is Erotic City. If you've ever listened to that.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Pretty much, yeah. It's very Erotic City. The version I have is anyway. Damon, you got
we all thought Brian was going to go with Tiffany.
No. It was either that or Slade, but I'm glad he went Prince Erotic City. That I'll take.
I love that. I love that.
Once I get my 2026 auto censoring virtual installed, I'll play Erotic City.
I accept that challenge. I have an edited version of it.
Yeah,
I have a single version of it. Damon, you got something?
Yeah. Okay. If you guys can pull this off, it'll be great. I know you can.
Well,
it's gonna be. I want to hear the Rolling Stones "Miss You."
Oh, that I've done.
No. Wait.
What?
The Dre mix.
You want the Austin Powers remix?
The Dr. Dre remix.
Dre mix, yeah.
From the Austin Powers film, yeah.
Just because it has a little bit more to it, so
I don't think I've ever heard that. We'll have
if
to
you've
play
seen
that
Austin
after.
Powers,
Yeah.
the gold member, you've heard it, I think, or Spy Who Shagged Me or something.
it just has a little bit more to it, so it makes you like, okay, I can work this in there a little bit, you know.
Let's hear Jay's Lana Del Rey. Yeah. He's going to go with Lana.
Rain and Blood, Slayer.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it easy because it's a track that I still argue is a great song, but just every time I played it, people just look at me sideways like,
Michael
"What's
W.
this?"
Smith. I don't know.
No,
John
we're gonna
Carter.
go with Information Society, Pure Energy.
Ooh, what's
Oh,
on your mind?
You know
Pure
what?
energy.
And I still love that song.
I do too.
Great song.
And there are groups I've played it for that go like, "Oh my god, this is awesome," but like no one seems to know it.
It's a great
Yeah.
song.
Yeah,
It's a really good song.
but it's one of those tracks like when you're up in that BPM because I think it's only like 120 or
Yeah.
122 BPM. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
128. So every time I'm in that zone of like, you know, what's that Cake by the Ocean and
Yeah.
tracks like that, I'm like, oh, wait a second. I know what I could drop. I could do this. I'm noticing, and I'm sure you guys have too, that that's the new trend on Instagram and TikTok. And it makes me laugh because a lot of DJs like, check out my mix, and they're just playing a mashup, but it's not a mashup
Yeah.
they're doing.
Yeah.
They're literally just they've put the volume up and hit play, and they're like pointing at the
Check it
controller. And
out.
I'm like, and people are like, "That's cool, dude, but that's not even yours, and you didn't make it." It's like, no, it's a mix. So I think it's. I
Yeah.
wonder if for 2026,
Kids are silly. They're just
Yeah.
silly.
I wonder
Can
if people are going to back off of wordplay a little because it's
Man,
starting
I had
to
a
become a little
thought.
too much.
I had a
Yeah.
thought. What the hell was it? You were talking about information society. Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Damon, you might be able to help me out with this one. I'm pretty confident that that was something that got worked into freestyle sets.
It did.
So
Yeah.
keep that in mind when you're trying to play it. If you're in that vibe, Jay, and that's a
Okay.
Latin vibe. If you're in the freestyle vibe, that's a cool one to get into.
Yeah,
It-
that makes sense.
It's technically it's not a freestyle song, but it's freestyle adjacent.
It's
It's
freestyle
my
friendly.
Neighbors.
Yeah.
They live in
Yeah.
the same block. Yeah.
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 In the same
And it's
hood.
kind of got that weird staggered beat to it. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Can I change my answer though, real
yeah,
quick?
you can
So,
challenge us to whatever you want to challenge us to. Go
I'm
ahead.
not gonna challenge you, but never mind that. Like, if you're like actually mixing beat to beat mixing, you're not gonna do Spiral Staircase, you know. But there is one song that I always try, right? And I want it to work so bad,
Okay.
just like Jay's Information
Right,
Society.
right.
So many men,
So
so
little, yeah.
little time.
Miguel
Yeah.
Brown. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can never ever make that work, but God, that
Well,
song is powerful.
Maybe if you go
The-
play in
the
the places
beat-
that Brian plays, you
Yeah,
can make it work.
because I play it all the time.
Right.
So-
Do you really?
There's no-
Do you
there's no
really,
dust
Brian?
The
on
gay
Brian's
bar
copy.
song, yeah.
There's no dust on his copy.
I-
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
No,
followed
I'm
it up with
thinking-
Divine's native
I'm
native
thinking
love.
gay
and
bar, it's raining men.
It's raining men.
Same
It gets
thing.
played in
Yeah,
that same
same-
set.
Yeah,
Intro.
yeah.
So
Oh my God. Yeah.
Who's
So
that
my
country
challenge-
artist? Dixon
Dixon Dallas.
Dallas. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
there you
Yeah.
go. Why don't you do that one, Eric? Try Dixon Dallas.
I don't know why you would even bring this up right now, but go ahead, Brian. What is you have
this is
one,
a
I
hard
know you
one.
do.
This is a hard
Yeah.
one. But I've got a feeling about this song. There's something about this song where I'm thinking somehow it's going to come back. I
It's
don't know how
due.
it's going to come back.
It's due for a reprise.
It's due to yeah, I haven't heard it used right. I've heard it remade, but not well. I've heard it used
Okay.
places, but not well. I think this could be used better. And bonus points if you get the audience to act it out. Bonus points. And the challenge this year that I want to see somebody shoot a video of and send it to me is the original Carl Douglas Kung Fu Fighting.
Oh my God. I don't even know where I could fit that in, honestly.
That's
but,
half the
you know,
fun.
It's
You
a
don't know.
great
Yeah.
song, though.
It's awesome.
I
That-
completely
back in
dismissed
the
it when I
70s.
first heard
Yeah.
it when I was a kid, and it was kind of a joke.
This is goofy. Yeah.
I
It's-
listened to it now. I'm like, oh, this is good. The structure of the song is fantastic. The key changes. are
I
great.
would go from Kung Fu Fighting to Eye of the Tiger, I think.
You
It may
could.
be a mix, but they
I
go
go the
together.
other way around because I think Kung Fu Fighting
Oh, you would?
is like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're building for something. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's me. I don't know. That's my challenge. So anyway,
Interesting. Interesting.
it's
Yeah.
a dumb one, but I'm gonna see who can
It's
actually.
not dumb. It's not dumb.
It's
like-
fun. It's a real challenge.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
cool
yeah.
song.
It's a cool song.
Right.
So I think it deserves a second chance, and not the stupid CeeLo Green version from Kung Fu Panda. The
No,
Carl
that's-
Douglas version is what I want.
The original.
The original.
Dang
right.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. For any of you who've been checking us out this year, thank you for a great year. I hope you enjoyed the show. And
Happy New Year.
we'll be back whether you like it or not in 2026.
I guess our sponsors say it's okay.
Their sponsor, yeah, we may not have sponsors next year. Who knows? But right now, we actually have DJ Event Planner as one of our sponsors, and we thank them for being ridiculous enough to sponsor this show. And we hope you're ridiculous enough next year to carry on that sponsorship because we really do appreciate it.
And if you did enjoy the show, it is brought to us by them. And if you didn't, they had nothing to do with
Yeah, it's brought to you by Wally's Lumber
it.
and in I don't know, some small town in Nebraska you never heard of. Good night, everybody.
Oh,
Happy New Year. Somebody sing Old Lang Syne real
We got to
quick.
play that with we got to play that.
I was down to fight it.
See, it's catchy. I'm telling you.
Oh, I know. You made that the anthem in New York, upper
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
the snowshoe
tortured them with it.
championships.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
The snowshoe guys, they're still humming it. It's been 3 weeks.
Got
They're
it.
still humming it.
Caught it.